Just a reminder to renew your batteries every 5 years. The battery in this car is 5 years old. We've got a whole lot of white rust or corrosion around one of the terminals. This car, I don't know how old the battery is, but it's ready for a new battery, and over the last 1 week the corrosion has come about on that car battery, and this car battery is now dead. So I can show you how to tell with a gel type battery. So that's a non-liquid battery, how to tell if the battery is any good or not. So how to tell with this battery is, you'll see here there's a little looks like a little glass area here, and you shine your torch down there. It's not very good light, but that's it there. And you shine your torch down, you should see green, okay, but this is too bright. Oh no, there we go. See, there's no green colour there. So that means that this battery's no good anymore. And this is another car battery here, and that's the glass door there. And when we look down it, we should see green down there. I'm not sure if that's showing up. In fact, I can't even locate the oh, there it is. Might be able to see the green colour down there. Okay, and that's the corrosion there that I was talking about. Okay, this battery is 5 years old. Okay, so that is that's what we're looking for a good healthy battery, is the green colour just there. Okay, watch out for corrosion. As I say, this battery is 5 years old, and that has to be replaced. And we're back at the other battery now, and we can see that there's no green colour down there. Okay, so that means that that's no good. Another check that you can do, is a very good idea, is to run a cable from the positive and you ground onto the car body, and this here's the cable that I've run. That's it there. So one is grounded. Just trying to remember where I grounded that. Yeah, so with this one, the positive terminal goes onto the positive of the battery, and that's the ground. That's the ground for the battery gauge, if that'll focus. Okay, so that's the ground there, and we'll just go into the car and we'll see how to use it. So that's the battery gauge. That's the battery gauge there, and that is at about 13 volts. So that has been put on charge. So okay, so that's the voltage reading there, and when I turn the key, so what we saw there was a good battery charge. Then when I turned the key, it went down to about 8 volts, and when it was running, it was at 14 volts. So that's it seems like a healthy battery. However, the test light area of the battery shows that the battery is no good. With this car battery, as I say, the voltage is all good, but it has been on charge overnight. I've only gone down to the shops and back. So batteries are deceptive. I highly recommend when you get a new battery to put the date on the top, just write it with a text or something, and after 5 years always renew them. Okay, so to neutralise the acid, just get some hot water. Be careful, don't tip it on your foot. Preferably take the car out of the garage, and you just get the area and just tip it on it. Okay, and that's gone already. Okay, so we can see that after tipping the water down there, it's got rid of most of the acid, and the other part is pretty clean, and the positive terminal, I'll just use a brush and clean that. I got this on eBay about 5 or 6, maybe even 7 years ago. Never thought I'd use it, but here we are. I've got to have it. The negative terminal is smaller than the big. It's my way of saying that this is grease. So bit around the terminal. I'll wipe some off because this battery is going to be replaced soon, so we don't want the next people working with too much mess. Okay, here's the new battery, and you can see what we should be able to see there. It's a good green colour on the new battery. This is the best battery I could get. This has a more than a 3-year warranty, so I don't cut corners on batteries. I get the best one I can get. So there she is. When I went to the shop, I had the measurements, depth, width and height. Also the terminal width. This having the grab handle there and a hollow bit there and the seam across there was also the same as. So yeah, that's the same. There's a grab handle there, the hollow bit, and the seam. So it seems like the same type. We've got some writing there. So this is a battery made in Australia. Well, that's good. I don't believe it. Yay! Okay, we've got some focus. We've got some grease, so we don't have the same trouble as the other car. Should stop corrosion. Okay, where's the negative? That's the ground for the battery gauge. If I can find the thread. Okay, well, all good, but I will charge it up. It's on the gel setting, and yeah, the polarity is correct, and so I'll get that charged up, and I'll write the information on the label here. Okay, so there it all is. Today's date, the amount of warranty, 3 years and 4 months, the invoice number and the people I got the battery from, and just in case, I've used another sort of paint there for the date. So you know, that'll be good for 5 years, and on the 7th of the 8th 27 I'll put a new battery in there, but of course I'll do it sooner if the green light goes out. So I hope this helps, and I hope it brings some awareness of the importance of batteries and how to catch the problem before you're on the side of the road. As I've said before in the video, I think if the battery dies, then the alternator will also die, because all of the weight is on the alternator to supply power to the lights and everything, and it can't do it by itself, and that's how come it works to keep the battery at the correct voltage, and the battery supplies the engine and the lights and everything. So the load that goes on and off the engine is evened out because the alternator uses a battery. So I got the best one I could. You know, $250. I could have paid $170 or $200, but when it comes to batteries, that's something you don't mess around with. Always get the best you can, because you could be out in the middle of whoop, middle of nowhere, and you don't want your battery to fail. Okay, I'll just while I'm here, I might just go into what backup I do have with batteries. I do have this this jump starter. And by the way, when you do use these, you put the positive on the battery and the negative onto the frame. I also have this one here, and this is for when I'm out on the road. And again, when I do buy these types of things, I do buy the best one of the range. Yes, I am able to, and I do understand that people financially aren't always able to, especially young people, and I am sympathetic to that. However, it is a good idea to have one of these on hand, and that's like a computer battery, and you have to charge that up, keep it on charge every now and then. I don't know, every couple of months. You plug this into it, and these go onto your battery terminals, and you have to prime it. You have to push a button. I think it's on that one there. Okay, I might try and get a focus of that for anyone that is still with the video and is interested. Okay, so you have to push a button. I think it's there on the side there, and that primes it ready for use. Okay, that's the wall socket charger used to charge it up. So expect the unexpected. Okay, so okay, I'll leave the video here. And I hope this video has helped, and please like and subscribe. A bit about the signs though of these different types of jump starters. This does have, I think I'd say, it'd have a gel type battery in it, whereas this has a computer type of battery or lithium battery. As I believe it, this is how it works. This will use any remaining power in the battery as well as the battery in the jump starter to jump it, to start it off. I think that if the battery is removed, this won't work, in other words. This has its own power source, and you know, it's as if you've got your own battery when you've got this. Okay, over and out. Oh, by the way, before I went to the shop, I did do some homework. Okay, I saw here the website, the batteries. Searched the website for the batteries that would be used in this car, and I got 3. They were different power sources, but the same model. I've got the width, height, and depth of the battery, and also I got the. I took a note of the terminal widths, just to make sure that the clamps would go straight on. Okay, so there, you can imagine getting a battery and then driving 45 minutes home, because I know not everybody lives close to a city. Okay, so that's important. Okay, I hope this helps. Bye. Actually, I'm thinking it might be interesting to get a battery gauge reading. It's just less than 13 volts. Or 12.5 volts at rest. Now we'll start it, and it should go down to say that one mark up above 8 there on the left. So when I start it up, it'll drop down, and then when the engine's running, it should be at 14 volts. Okay, and we'll see how we go. Okay, well, what I do see about that is that the needle didn't drop down as much as it did before on when cranking. So you know, that's a good sign. Apart from that, although the battery gel window said that the battery was defective, it was still going okay. However, I didn't know how old the battery was, and I did need to replace it on the 8th month of this year. Well, it is the 8th month of the year, so both the bad reading on the battery and the date of changeover to a new one, it all fell at the same on the same time, so that's all good. Okay, here's the battery 1 week later. I've been to work, which is about 85 kilometres to work and back, 6 times. So it's pretty well how the other battery was. So it's well calibrated with the car now. So it's sitting on just a bit less than 13 volts without the car running. So I'll start it up now. Okay, so the only difference is that it doesn't drop down as far as it did before, and it kicks over much faster. So if you wanted to, you could compare that to the first start, and there should be some improvement. Okay, so yeah, gel batteries are the way to go. They've got that inspection window. They should last longer. They're less dangerous. You're not going to have any acids spat out of the holes at you. So yeah, it's all good with this car. I did drag the battery around, the big jump starter. I didn't need it, of course, but somebody was sitting in their car at work, a lady, and just because she was sitting in her car during lunchtime, her car wouldn't start, and she had the old acid battery. It was a Toyota. It was only 4 years old, and the battery was no good. So hopefully Toyota is using gel batteries. So yes, please like and subscribe. So yeah, that is to say that I did use this jump starter to start another car, but this car was all good.